Hey, how's everybody doing? This is JJ with Deluxe Vehicle Detailing and Paint Correction here in beautiful Terra Verde, Florida. I'm on location at a client of mine's house, and I had something a little off the beaten path to work on. Over the last, I think I started 3 months ago on this project. It was a little bit of work here and there. I do own a personal training business since 1997, which is mobile fitness and instruction. And during the times of pandemic, if you're watching this somewhere closely after 2020, you'll have just lived through it. If it's years down the road, hopefully it's not as bad, but it's never going to be forgotten, that's for sure. Anyway, before I get too wordy, I just want to thank you for, I believe this is part 7. I did the editing on the first parts the other day. This is the final wrap-up. If you've made it this far and you started as instructed on video 1, part 1, PT7, with kayak, restoration, cleaning, painting, whatever I've titled it. I thank you. If you haven't yet, please pause the video, go to my channel, wherever, hit the subscription. It really helps me. This is free information that I'm providing, and just hitting that notification bell, bing, lets you know when other videos come out. If you're really into watercraft, I live right between Clearwater and St. Petersburg, Florida, and there are a lot of jet skis and kayaks and fishing boats and just everything that goes on the water. I can detail it. I can fix things, I can make things more beautiful, I can order parts, I can take over the whole project, I can work with you, which is much like this project went. The owner has limited time, he's a very busy person, and while I'm here doing personal training for he and his wife to be, they're engaged right now, we tried to break the time up. This project probably reasonably could have been done in a 2-week period if you knew what you were doing, you had all your ducks in order, you knew the painter who was going to paint the kayak, you had everything ready. Our research and things like that took time. I'm going to let you know that personally I put 55 hours of work into this restoration. Now that seems like a lot. That's a week and a half of a regular job. But if you bust it out into a couple hours here, a few hours there, if I had it to do over again, I think I could do it more quickly. I did give a 20% discount on my time to my client because it just took me a while to research things, to figure things out. The parts weren't here on this kayak. I'm going to show you in just a minute the entire finished project and point out some of the things that, slowed us down and we had to figure out. And actually with the keel, with the rudder system that was originally with this had been modified by my client's brother, who is no longer with us. And this kayak is meaning something very, very special because this is being presented as a gift to his niece, his brother's daughter. And she's a very avid kayaker. She grew up knowing this, I think approximately 1997. I may have said other dates in the past, but this Necky Dolphin, kind of a river racer of sorts. It sits a little high. It's a 1997 design. This is 2020, and they've made advances. But so this is kind of a classic. Tom at topkayaker.com, who I would have been lost in this project without. Tom, personally, I thank you. I've watched videos of you now showing how to tie different things, and I'm like, oh, that's what Tom looks like. Nice. So, Tom at Top Kayaker, he is just an amazing wealth of knowledge. He's like a walking encyclopedia of everything having to do with kayaks. And I highly, highly recommend you go to topkayaker.net or .com. I think there's a .org. He's got a personal email website kind of thing where he'll get back to you. With the pandemic, he is very, very busy in his business because people have time on their hands. They want to get outside. And so kayaks are a hot thing, much like bicycles and weightlifting equipment and all the other things that were taken away from everyone. The one thing you could do is slip this into the water somewhere, as we have, I don't know how many miles, I think 24 miles of coastline here, just in Pinellas County, just basically Clearwater, St. Pete, across the bay from Tampa. By the way, Tampa Bay, Stanley Cup, Rays, Dodgers, World Series, and we got Tom Brady, and the Super Bowl is in Tampa this year, and we just kicked the crap out of Green Bay this last weekend. Sorry, I digress, but it's good to be in Tampa Bay and a sports fan, which I am a huge, huge sports fan of all sports, except for a few. Golf is kind of slow for me. Bowling, tennis. Anyway, back to the kayak. I don't want to make this, too long. I'm at like 7 minutes right now. I just want to give you a brief overview of some of the things I encountered. I want to let you know that if you need any kind of restoration on a jet ski, on a boat, it could be a small thing, it could be a big thing. If you need me to travel, I'm available at times with enough advance notice that I could come in and handle things. My general manager has got everything buttoned up. I also am opening a huge detailing studio. When I say huge, I mean huge detailing studio in Seminole, Florida. The dates for the grand opening and the open bar, bands, all that kind of stuff, party will be announced. Yeah, it's my business because of the personal training and the pandemic taking a real hit. I pushed my marketing and went really forward with the detailing, and I have been slammed. I mean, slammed with cars. And I've got somebody working with me that can take off some of the pressure, some of the stress. But anyway, the long and short of it is that I put a lot of time and effort into this with the help also at times with the owner. He went to the hardware store, got a lot of hardware. He handled some things. It was a pretty healthy bill when I handed it to him, as we got the stripes were the last thing we did. So I'm going to give you a little tour of the kayak and then go over just a few things and wrap this up. Again, as always, I appreciate all of you. If you can go to my Facebook page and give me a like and a follow, if you can follow me on Instagram, if you can follow me on Twitter, if you can go to my Google My Business and just say a nice thing, or whatever it is that you could think of to help this channel, like commenting during this video now that you've seen everything. If you haven't, go back to part 1, hit autoplay on your settings. I've got a new camera, so I'm kind of learning that. And anyway, just help me to help you. I'll come out with more videos. I'm going to start, links with Amazon and Walmart and all that kind of stuff. Why? I get this little tiny cut of money, but enough times, maybe there'll be some product endorsement kind of stuff in here. Like, I use Solution Finish. I'm going to show you. I filmed earlier how to restore plastic. I use ceramic coatings from Dallas Paint Correction. We bought some nice waxes from, I can't remember the name of it right offhand, Colonite. So we bought some Colon, I think it's 945 Marine or something like that. We've got a cleaner and a wax that has not been used on this yet. So, you know, there's always things, there's always, you know, just connections, and let me help you, you know, make decisions. If you want to contact me, if you have any questions, you can always reach out through the YouTube comment section. It helps my Google Analytics just to give it a thumbs up. Just hit that thumb up. That'll help me. It's all Google. It's all tied into Google My Business and YouTube and every other thing, and it all helps me grow. So I thank you. I'm going to give you a little tour. I'm going to show you a few notes I took along the way, and that'll be about it.